Welcome to Align Trading, going over the Friday SPY recap and analysis, and then we will take a look at what to be watching for Monday and next week. So here on Friday morning, first thing that I posted in the pre-market brief for Discord members was to be watching with the gap down for this orange selling continuation that we have right here, as well as the green control buying algorithm that you can see we remained in for the rest of the day after this first leg down. Now you would have caught this move right here if you understood the liquidity at this shoulder right here that I explained to be watching for. And you can see how we grab that on the way down. Now, I also explained to be watching for this liquidity right here if we did want to continue forming this larger inverse cup right here. But you can see we found some sort of support right here. I will come back and revisit where we go from here, but we will go take a look at the 1 minute chart and the microstructure now. So now here on the 1 minute, like I explained in the morning, if we saw a bounce at the open because we were already gapped down so much, be looking for this green algorithm to continue heading down. And you can see within that we have this head and shoulder right here, as well as this inverse cup and handle with that green. And once again, a larger inverse cup and handle with this green as well, and another head and shoulder entry right there that you can see. And there's your move within this orange. Now, after that first move down right here, if you did not catch it, I explained to continue to watch for this green right here and to be watching for this head and shoulder to form. And you can see how there is this entry right here. We did not reach it up this high, but you can see that, as well as this cup starting to form, as well as that green handle right there. And you could have taken this down. So you do have to realize that this is a 2 point trade right here from this entry that you can see right there, nearly 2 points. But you have to understand the entry. And on Friday, we had a lot of members saying that they wanted a video on how to get better at their entries, which I will still do this weekend, but I'm going to go over a bit in this video as well. So with this example right here, right, you see this head forming, you see that there's a previous resistance right here, and you see this rejection candle forming that. This is an entry. You can place your stops above that right there, you can see, and there it is. So another example, and we will also add this inverse cup right here. This time we see this handle with the green, and then you see that head and shoulder once again right there. You see that this was a previous resistance. We tried to move above it, fail, and you see this wick for that shoulder, and look what that trade would have done right there. So you don't have to risk much, and your entries can be very precise. As members are saying, their entries and exits are the hardest part. Of course, this is the bread and butter of it, but like I always say, please do not hesitate to reach out and go over this more, review. I had a member working with me this week, and on Friday, he was finally seeing this right here, and he caught this trade. Now here's another secret to it. Over the 4 or 5 nights this week, he put in a good 4 each night with just me reviewing, not even his trading time during the day, his extra review. That is what it takes. You're not going to just be able to soak up this knowledge without putting in the work and the time. So props to him for all his hard work and taking pride in his education. Now after this last move right here, I called it a day, and I took my annotations and analysis outside for the rest of it to enjoy my Friday, because like I said here, the market will be open Monday, and we will do it over again. Sure, you could have traded this, right? But if you caught this, why do you need to? Go enjoy your Friday. After that, I explained from here, the only way I would be looking long is if we regained this right here, and we were trying to complete this cup, possibly started to see some handle right here, and got something like that. Now, yes, you could have still taken this long right here. You can see the tapering that I charted, as well as this right here, and we do form this cup and handle, and from there we start to see this yellow controlled selling. Now, like I drew here to go lower, if we started to form this head and shoulder right here, we needed to see us get below this white, retest it, and then we could go down, and you see that we never did, and instead we form this head and shoulder. Now, could you have taken it? Yes. Would I have taken that? Most likely not right there. I would have waited for at least this. But like I said, there's no reason to be trying to catch a falling knife right here. If it does form this, then you can wait and take this much better trade off of something like this rather than just trying to enter off of a cup that ends up heading back down like this. Now, if you took the trade, awesome. I'm happy for you, but I would much rather have just taken this, taken this, taken this, then try and catch this move right here or these moves in here. Now, with this move up right here, I explained if we did get it, watch for us to form this head and shoulder, and you can see how we do that, and we start to head back down. So there is this entry right here, a head and shoulder. You have this inverse cup and handle right there. Once again, you have a head and shoulder with another inverse cup and handle, and you also have the white tapering algorithms right here. Now, with this move up right here, I explained to be watching this purple right here, and if we do head back down to allow this to break, and you can see this head and shoulder right there for this move down, but we never close back at that low right here and continue down. But instead, you can see how we remain within the green right here, and we're also starting to see this with this inverse head and shoulder like I was explaining to be watching for as well. Now, after this move down right here and not completely closing this inverse cup right here, seeing a handle and continuing lower, we started to curl and form this base right here and this inverse head and shoulder that you can see. I also explained to be looking for this one as well if we did want to break out of this, but I also explained to be watching if we were going to head back down. You could see this and that close of the inverse cup, but we never saw that, and instead you could have caught this move up right here or waited for this handle to start building and this inverse head and shoulder, as well as this cup and handle within yellow. And once again, there is an inverse head and shoulder. By this time, many of us were done trading, however, and yes, there was these last couple moves at the end of the day, as well as this head and shoulder right here that you could have caught, this inverse cup and handle once again with another head and shoulder, and you see we lacked that handle there at the end of the day. But now it is time to go over for what to be watching Monday and next week. So like I've been saying, we are still within this green right here, as well as this white. So if on Monday we do want to continue heading lower, be looking for this regular head and shoulder to form. Maybe we close an inverse cup like this and we see a handle, but you do also have to realize that we are seeing this purple buying continuation right here, and if we do try to head back up, be watching for this yellow controlled selling as well as this blue right here, and from there we can try and head up. Looks like we're trying to form this cup and handle, so if we do, be watching that. If there is a true reversal and we do not continue heading down, watch for us to regain this 5-day moving average right here, and maybe we see something like that, or we continue having us head down and we cannot break back above this low right here. We get a retest and head back down off of something like that. So here on the bigger picture as well, we are still forming this. We just broke out of this inverse cup and handle. You can see with this head and shoulder, as well as another inverse cup and handle right there. And we are now seeing if we can continue filling this larger inverse cup right here. We did find that support right here, but we do have all of this liquidity. So if we do continue heading lower, be watching that. And back to the upside, like I was saying, this shoulder right here, as well as this 5-day moving average, we need to regain. So taking a look on the daily here and the trend, we are below this 20-day, below this 5-day, and we have now got this bottom Bollinger retest. So from here, if we see this Bollinger and this 5-day continuing to trend down like that, we can continue seeing downtrend, like I'm saying, and closing this inverse cup right here. We must regain that 5-day moving average, like I'm explaining, if we want to continue higher. Now, if that does happen, you see how right here we regain this 5-day moving average, and then we regain this 20 as well as it bases, and from there we can begin an uptrend. But until then, you see, once we lose this 5 and 20, this bottom Bollinger trends down, and we could see some more downtrend here as we close this. That is going to wrap up the video. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see members Monday morning.